Hi there, this is Pat Taylor with Atypical Business in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to this week's vodcast. This third part in our three-part series on Sales Savvy is called the Discomfort Zone. It follows on from last week when we were talking about the secret to success in prospecting being making a habit of doing those things that nobody likes to do. And when you're doing things that nobody likes to do, even you are in your discomfort zone. Now, for salesmen, this is an old adage. This is right up there with going the extra mile. We've all heard this before. But we haven't often thought to contemplate how it applies to executives. And it does. If anybody needs to move out of their comfort zone to stretch and grow, it's the executives, the owners, the presidents of these system builders and system integrators. Let me give you an example. Small system builder, suffering with the recession, sales are down. Now he's kept most of his old customers, they're just not buying as much, and he's got to sell more. So he either, one, sells a bunch more of the product that he has to new customers, or two, he finds new products to add so he can sell them to his existing customers. So he goes out with his people, takes them all out to lunch. That's option one. They're going to sit around and talk about changes that need to be made in the company. And he's surrounded by people who listen to what he has to say. They all agree with what he has to say, and they even laugh at all his jokes. It's going to be a great lunch, very comfortable. Not very productive, I'm afraid. It might even be destructive. But if that executive chose to go into his discomfort zone, he'd have pizza brought into the conference room where all his department heads would be sitting, waiting to offer their opinion on how things ought to change. They're going to be telling him how the business needs to improve, how some processes are no good, and entrepreneurs just hate people telling them about how their business needs improvement. It's a baby. They don't like people calling their baby ugly. Here's another example of an entrepreneur moving into his discomfort zone. He's looking at his business and he sees changes coming. The whole system builder portion of the industry is changing. And he can see it changing for him too, so he's got to make some plans. Now he can make little old plans about how he's going to get another line of credit, or how he's going to get that new generation of processor into some new boards and sell that to his base. Or he could go into the discomfort zone and consider the unreasonable. Consider things like reestablishing the culture of his company, giving it more of a sales focus. He could think about redefining his business model to where it wasn't just manufacturing, but there was a service component to it. Changing the things that have made you successful are very difficult things to entertain. It's quite uncomfortable. But if this entrepreneur is going to grow to become what he could become, to realize his potential, he's got to crawl into that discomfort zone. Now I'll give you a couple of exercises that I use that you might find helpful to exercise that kind of thinking. You don't actually have to go out and spend money or change things. Just consider these ideas to practice moving into a discomfort zone, okay? The first one, open a storage business. Most every machine we make has got storage of some kind or the other on it. It's a very high margin opportunity, and there's more storage getting sold today than anything else. So I want you to come up with a plan just for you about building a storage division. That's one. The second one might be moving into a new vertical. Our company grew up in the printing and publishing business. Mission critical environment, big files that had to be moved fast. Well, maybe we should move into the medical business. Same kind of thing. An opportunity for someone like us. Here's the third one. Consider moving into the the services business. Managed services is the trend of the future, and it's certainly the place for system builders to be. Whether we like the idea or not, whether it's comfortable for us or not, it's the natural extension of what we've been doing for the last 25 years. So consider that. Stretch. It hurts a little when the skin cracks, but it can be very exciting when we come out of that chrysalis. and find out what we've become. I look forward to seeing you at the next podcast. Until then, be happy and healthy. I hope your business life is still exciting. See you then.